A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Winston now from the 50. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Landry now on the return. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hurry up, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2nd down, Winston. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Third and long for Winston. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Let's go. Return the play.
The give is to Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. There's no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Cannon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. K.D. Cannon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
On second down, Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And complete right side to Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Jameis on second down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And Winston lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And that'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. To play in a tightly contested first half. More from Minneapolis after this. And McManus able to put it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So out come the Bucs now. And last time they coughed it up. Led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though? When they only gave up the field goal, and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't call.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7...
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and this one's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And McManus able to put it through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Winston. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the 2nd half. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Forget the idea of flipping the field. They have now put themselves in a position to score points with that big-time return.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And McManus able to put it through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. Throwing left side, it's complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. A give to Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have made this a 1-score game. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that will shave one more off this lead. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings now heading on to the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go now.
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only get 4, but the fake punt works and gets him a 1st down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands. He's able to pick up the 1st down.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he spins through. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ready. Black 22. 36.
Winston. He's got his tight end over the middle, O.J. Howard. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And a throw right sideline is complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. KD Cannon, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Cat and 0 out now as he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And fights through one man. And it winds up a terrific return, but markers are down. And this is going to come all the way back. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Here's Jones. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Ready. Black for the 5.
Now Winston. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Let's go now.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Let's get a conversion.
2nd down, Winston. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
No, check, Patriot.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to get the 1st down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Looking to throw.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. A big play for the Vikings on 3rd down. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. He's back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeout.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And, oh, a crusher there. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
This will be fielded at the 17. And now out comes Minnesota. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Back to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. He'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. And he stopped immediately there. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Winston to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Tampa Bay, they keep pace for a playoff spot.